I just want to ask a question to start out with. Is there anybody in the room who has ever thought of maybe spending a whole summer or several months in Italy to learn Italian? Or spend a year in the Provence, learn French? Or just go skiing for a year somewhere, for a whole year where you go to all the areas where there's winter time throughout the world? So several of you had these dreams. Now, most of us, we just say, oh, I can't do it, not possible. We're stuck in our corporate world, in our corporate job. My boyfriend and I back then, we had been there for 10 years, doing pretty much the same thing. I've been working in software marketing. Yes, it was a great company, had great benefits, got a good salary, had my 30-minute commute to work every morning and back to go to the big office that was cooled down in Southern California to about 60 degrees inside. So not the most environmentally friendly place. And we said, this is enough. In September 2008, he quit his job. I was not as daring. I got a sabbatical for 1 year, and we went south from San Diego just with our backpacks, which for me is very frightening. I'm German. Everything has to be planned out every day. I need to know what I'm going to do. Just leaving, I don't even know where I'm going to sleep tonight. But we did it. It was the most amazing experience I've had in my life, and it hasn't even really ended yet, and I'm going to tell you why. But we went south through Mexico to Belize, snorkeled in some of the most incredible reefs that are still somewhat healthy. We went to Guatemala, Honduras, saw jungle, rainforests, went down to Peru, walked up to Machu Picchu, then further on, down to Chile, so the Atacama Desert, and it was actually raining, the driest desert in the world, and we had rain. Further down, we climbed up a volcano. Luckily, it wasn't going on. And there was a glacier on the outside, which is reducing every year. But you can, right now, still, on that glacier, slide down on your butt, which is a crazy, crazy experience that the locals would never do, but only crazy tourists. And we kept going down to Torres del Paine and went hiking the W that you can walk there. Then from there, we went to Buenos Aires, which does not deserve that name. If you've ever been there, you know it has one of the highest air pollution in the world. Really bad. You can see it, you can smell it, you can feel it in your eyes, it burns. But from there, we went over, crossed the Atlantic to Spain, bought bicycles, and then cycled 3,000 kilometers all the way through France, Switzerland, yes, up the mountains, which I couldn't believe before I would be able to do this, all the way through Belgium, Luxembourg, Holland, and Germany. Now, the year that we had taken off came to an end. Can you imagine, after something like this, going back to a corporate job? The confinements of an office that is frozen to 60 degrees? Sitting half an hour every morning in traffic to just sit more than half an hour going back home? Places where you don't have good bicycling, no cycle lanes. In Santa Rosa, where we live now, we just had 6 people run over that are dead, cyclists, good cyclists that know how to ride the road, within 10 weeks. It is incredible. What about the public transportation? Talked to some people here today. They have not been able to take public transportation to get here this morning because it's somewhat difficult. We did not want to go back to this kind of life. So we started an experiment. What if we start a company using our expertise in software and software marketing, because before we had tried to sell electric bicycles, which is a product, and that was very expensive because the quality that we got from China was not there, so running that kind of business, no, we did not want to deal with the product. We wanted to do the software, something we knew. And to run this business with a small footprint, as small as possible, minimum travel, and also create a product that has an impact, a positive impact on the environment, reduces waste, reduces CO2. So those were our requirements, and have it completely remotely so that we can live that life that we want. If we want to spend the summer in Europe cycling these amazing bike paths, we want to be able to do that. 3 years later, this business has succeeded. We're a profitable company, fast growing, and some of you can see the product of this business. If you have downloaded the app, that is what we do. We develop conference apps. And these apps, so everybody in the company works remotely. All we supply is a laptop, and you can live anywhere in the world that you want. We have one of our employees whose wife just got a teaching job in Spain. They're moving to Spain. We have another employee whose father has cancer. He wants to spend more time with his father and live with his father. He can. We don't care where you live. Just get your job done. And build this product, a high-quality product that enables our clients to eliminate paper at events and conferences. And the numbers that I'm talking about is much, much larger than conferences like this. We're not talking about 2,000 to 3,000 people. We're not talking about 10,000 people. We're talking about conferences of 40,000 people. Can you imagine the amount of paper that is getting printed there? We just did one conference where they had printed 13,000 programs at 100 pages each because there are thousands of sessions. Now just imagine as an attendee to go to a conference where you get a thick binder. Even just finding the sessions that you want to go to is a nightmare. There's no simple search. You can't easily bookmark a session that comes up on your phone and reminds you that you have to go there. No, they had about 3,000 downloads. It was the first time they did an app. They realized they didn't need to print 3,000 of those brochures. So next year, they will drop that, at least by that amount. And just to put it in perspective, this amounts to 20,000 pounds of CO2 that can be saved, over 100,000 gallons of water that is not necessary to produce this paper, and 4,000 pounds of paper waste. So these numbers are dramatic if you multiply it by all the conferences that we're doing. It's a slow process, it's a small step, but we're moving forward. So 2 messages for you. If you deal with any conferences or you know somebody who runs conferences, just show them this app. And this app also has a lot of educational functionality. You can take notes, you can build your schedule, it's a personal reminder. So a lot of functionality built in there, and it's a very high quality product. Secondly, if you have your own business, or you have some control in your business or work with HR, allow people to work remotely. There is no need for a lot of jobs to come to the office. If you have somebody who works the entire day in front of a computer, they can do this anywhere in the world. You will attract top talent, motivated people that want to live 6 months in Spain, 6 months in Germany. Plus also for them, and it's more environmentally friendly to do one trip to Europe and spend a long time there versus constantly going back and forth. And then also, it allows you to reduce your office space that you need, helping your company to be smaller and have a smaller footprint itself. And that is the story of our company. Thank you.